beauty is nobody ever knows when it's a second take. Unless I tell everybody it's a second take.
Why are you an asshole?
You listen to you and the shit you say to me right before the mics go fucking live, and I'm the asshole. I love this shit.
I think I motivate you.
Gentlemen, I'd like it noted. Whenever anybody talks about me being a tyrant, you see it's inspired. They do stupid shit and it gets me angry.
Oh my God, Houston, shut up and start the show.
Born in the land of...
Wow.
Sorry, the music's gonna keep going. I'm just gonna pretend.
Come in.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. Right, the fucking Gooner Graham. Snub of my lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
If a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? No, neither does it when you hit the wrong fucking button after you think you did everything perfectly. Hello and welcome to the DU Does EFL show, a completely brief, biased recap of the English Football League as told by two common American schmucks. I'm your host, Sam Houston, and I still have last night's notes written there, but that's all right. No, tonight we have Alan and Jay hanging out. I'm messing up all of my shit. Well, you know.
Looks what happens when you start throwing spears at me.
Yeah, but my shit sticks around because you don't edit it out and make yourself look perfect.
How many do I edit out of yours?
We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can find us wherever you get podcasts. And, of course, we stream most every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there is many ways that you can. Producer Mel, tell the good people how they can get in touch.
Well, follow us on all the socials at DU Football Show, but you can email in at dufootballshow@gmail.com. Graham is right now on paternity leave, and he's very lonely, so send him an email. Tell him how much you miss him. And how the show is struggling without him.
Oh, yeah, that's just what that fucking asshole needs. At 12:19 a.m. On Monday, but what would it be, Sunday night, I get from Sam Graham, what you doing?
Was he drunk texting you?
I answered
Baby
it.
texting?
I answered it at 8:11. I was sleeping. Yes, so
And of course, it was at 8:11 because we don't have children, so we can sleep
we can definitely sleep in
until Big B says otherwise.
Boys, welcome back for the EFL show and hanging out with us. Typically, I do the whole Sam myself, and then he yells at me because we record on the same night. But we do actually have more to drink. So
I love it. I love it when Alan comes to visit.
Well, I mean,
You're definitely.
I come bearing gifts.
You are definitely better than Brody.
he is Brody.
Shit.
God, Taylor's gonna have a. He's gonna have a party with this.
I'm just going to go ahead and write it for Taylor now. It's the Spider-Man meme of aren't you better than Brody? And Brody pointing at each other.
In fairness, it's been a while. Taylor, I think, is feeling a little lonely now that he's given up the Better Than Brody Twitter feed or X feed or whatever. Although I'm sure he may use this as inspiration to bring it back, and therefore I'm basically just destroying my own celebration
Right
of
now,
it being gone.
him and Christian are very sad because there's no live show this Monday. But normally, you guys can catch us live on video every Monday night at the DU Football Show.
All right, Brody, what are we drinking?
So this is a beer from Silver Branch Brewing, based in Silver Spring. It's called Raising the Cup, and for those of you who
Super effervescent.
in studio who can see this is a soccer themed beer. It appears to be, I think it was brewed for the Women's World Cup. If you see the can here, there's a female soccer player doing a overhead kick. It's a lovely can, lovely beer. It is Wit, as I said, 4.5% alcohol. I tried it. I think I was waiting for a takeout order at a bar in Columbia, and yeah, by all means, here you go. There's a second one out there in the cooler too, and it was just delicious. Thoughts?
Super refreshing, very effervescent. This is a good. You're hot and sweaty. You ate something spicy. You want to cool down. You don't want something heavy. You want something flavorful, but still kind of, I don't know, bubbly. It's very good.
All the clove of a Heffy without any of the banana.
The description on the back. It's time to raise the cup, featuring coriander, orange peel, and a blend of secret spices. This easy drinking wit is perfect for enjoying while you watch the game with your mates.
Absolutely.
I mean, this should be the official beer of the DU football show. I mean,
I love it. I feel like this is the type of beer I could wake up at 4:00 in the morning for a game and start drinking and
Let's
feel
try
completely
it.
fine. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you.
Yeah, very, very good. And then we've got some, we'll do that beer also, and then we'll have the Aquavit on injury time, and we'll have another beer on injury time as well.
Isn't that an aftershave?
Yeah, exactly. And Mel, there you are pouring yourself samples
I like
of your
drinking
own.
out of little cups. Leave me alone.
Should someone want to find Patreon producer Mel, how do they go about doing it?
/patreon.com, DU Football Show, or / but let's be real, you're not going to type any of that in. So right now, go into the description of the
Because it
podcast
would be fucking wrong.
you are listening to, and you'll see links. And the first one up there will be support the show, DU Football Show, patreon.com.
All right, kids. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Cheers.
Yes, I still have some of this left.
There we go.
I don't know if I'm allowed to clink with an empty glass.
Of course, everybody, make sure we drink responsibly. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Championship Corner!
I've fallen and I can't get up. Oh no!
So just pointing out that you missed the buttons is way too easy, but the fact that you've screwed up now 3 times to my count, there's this thing, it's called a volume, and that it's been down. When it's all the way down there, it doesn't make noise if you hit the button. I just want to make sure you understand that, okay? I mean, it's running a board 101. Hey,
Get my way downtown, walking fast. I'm a seagull, go fuck yourself. Do-do-do-do-do.
by the way, everybody, I would just like to say, for once, I get to say this. You can see the vein in her head. You can see the vein, everybody.
In related news,
She's so angry.
the DU Football Show is looking for a new producer. If you have any expertise in producing a podcast, please reach out.
Oh, good. Look, please replace them. You can send those emails, resumes to dufootballshow@gmail.com.
And also, Mel's shopping around for a new husband. Please, by all means, fill that role as well.
I mean, that's, hey, Mark, how you doing?
All right. Well, the championship doesn't have any games this past week because a lot of their players do play for international squads, and that would be, in that instance, it's not like a lot of English players. It's I don't that. Yep. There you go. All the beers figured out. That got me distracted for a second. Sorry. Easily distracted. You know what?
Oh, my God. You're feeling the gram tonight.
Should we pull out the 99?
I was going to say, forgive me, I'm coming down from a 99 hangover still, okay? So give me a moment. A lot of what you'll have is the smaller countries around Europe will have a lot of players who play in the championship. And honestly, a lot of those players, too, when we get to it, also play in League One as well. Particularly when you talk about CONCACAF, a lot of Caribbean players play in League One in England. So, just because you're not playing in the Premier League, the rest of the English Football League, it's one of the most competitive overall football structures in the entire world. And all their levels are pretty fucking good. So moving on then to League One. Like I said, League One plays it by ear. Most of the games were canceled. Only 2 went off. And Stevenage moved to top of the table with a draw against 18th place Carlisle. So I don't think they're too terribly proud about moving up 1 point to go into first place. This is funny. Most Londoners' second favorite team, Leighton Orient, we'll get into one London club member who is not a fan of Leighton Orient, but a fan of the other team, beat Exeter City 2-1. Jay, you said you had a little bit of a soft spot for Exeter City. Why don't you go ahead and get into it?
Typically, whenever my team, Fulham, loans out players, I like to follow them just to make sure they're getting game time and see how they're doing so I can get excited when Liverpool comes calling to buy them for a quarter of their market value the next year. And so last year, Jay Stansfield, who's a striker or winger, he can play both for us, he got loaned out to Exeter. Now, I also like jerseys. I usually can't find one to fit me, but I do like to look at them and say, oh, if I had an extra 100 pounds laying around, I'd get that jersey.
The struggle is real. I'm with you.
Yeah. And the sizing is just it's a guess.
Yeah.
At best. So, yeah, he got loaned out to Exeter last year, and Exeter's biggest rival is Portsmouth. Or I'm sorry, Plymouth. And
yeah.
Plymouth has like really, really sharp looking green jerseys. Have you ever seen them? They have,
God, yeah.
They have the little looks like the Mayflower, but it's the boat because Plymouth Rock was named after Plymouth because that's where the boat left when they came to America.
Right, and it's right on the coastline. Like Plymouth is a beautiful city.
Yeah, so I wanted to root for them as my League One team. But
they're now in the championship because they got promoted last season.
Yes, but Exeter City is like their bitter rivals. And so I did some research, and when Stansfield moved to Exeter City, his dad used to play there.
Oh, very cool.
And which is really cool. Also cool is that his name's Jay. My name's Jay. His dad's name was Adam. My brother's name is Adam, so it's easy to remember. And then I realized that his number was retired because he died. And I thought that was really sad.
Aww.
So they unretired the number to let him play as the number 9 for Exeter last year.
Oh, fucking cool.
Yeah,
very
super cool. Sidebar, he died of colorectal cancer. And he was in his 30s, so he's really young. So the little PSA for everybody is to get your colonoscopies when you turn 40. Don't wait till you turn 50 because it might be too late.
Very true.
So it's painless. You're asleep. It's actually the best sleep you'll ever have. And you basically just should drink water for a day, and then it all comes out, and then you go get scoped, and then the next day you're fine. It's like nothing happens.
Melissa, my doctor flat out told me I wasn't allowed to during COVID and then told me I wasn't allowed to until after I got my fucking heart surgery done. Trust me, it's on the books for this year.
I actually do want to keep you alive despite all the other banter to the contrary.
I have jokes and I'm going to walk away from that one.
I do too. Hey,
jokes.
Mark, how you doing?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's expensive. I just want to let you know that right now, Mark. Know what you are getting into. Yeah, and I mean, that's really about it. That's all that ended up happening in League One. So we're going to move on to League Two. Only Dick's out for Macombi. Moment of silence. Shrimps out. And Barra were postponed. Aki got worked by Mansfield Town. They lost 3-0 and fell to 15th place, which moved Mansfield into 3rd place. Graham's bitter arch nemesis for no good reason other than the fact that they were the rival of an imaginary podcast team that he listened to. So Gillingham won 1-0 and are back on the top as Notts County and MK Dons drew 1-1, and they sit in 2nd and 4th respectively. Don't know much more than this, but a big old shootout that involved 2 clubs that weren't Wrexham for some reason. How about that? Swindon Town beat Sutton United 5-3. 8 fucking goals over the weekend.
Wow.
And you got to remember to hit that mute button there, stud.
I wasn't expecting to wow.
Okay.
Thank you for calling me stud.
Yeah, no problem. Sure thing, dude. And
rough start to the season for Sutton so far. They have won 1 of 7.
Yeah.
And have not drawn any. So they're not, surprisingly, they're not at the bottom because Doncaster.
that is exactly what I was about to mention.
How about that?
Wrexham beat bottom of the league Doncaster 2-1 and now find themselves sitting in 7th. And Doncaster was beating Everton for almost 70 minutes of the match in the League Cup game that we only won 2-1.
Does not sound like the correct pronunciation for that. It's got to be something like Doncaster.
Doncaster. It's probably Doncaster.
Doncaster.
Like Lancaster and not Lancaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And, with Wrexham, boys, I'm not sure if you've heard me talk about this already, but certainly worth mentioning, is they both lead the league in goals for and lead the lead in goals conceded.
Still.
Yeah. But they're in 7th place, so they're moving up the table. And, I mean, a lot of this, honestly, it changes week to week, right? So, like, Aki was sitting in 6th. They're now in 15th because they lost 1 game.
Actually, I'm going to play the role of editor here. It looks like
Yeah,
Swindon, with their 5-goal outburst, has overtaken Wrexham. They now have 20 goals.
Oh, okay. Got
4 in 7 in 8. Well, they've actually played 1 less game. So they're set. So they have
There you
20
go.
and 6, and Wrexham has 17 and 7. So
There you go.
So I don't know if maybe that's a sign that Wrexham is missing Paul Mullen.
Yeah, it could be the case. Well, that or the fact that they got a Premier League goalkeeper to come in and start playing that wasn't 45 years old. And, what is it, the Arsenal keeper that they had, Arsenal had signed and loaned to Wrexham on deadline day.
Because Ben Foster got his feelings hurt by the Villa Twitter and fucked off.
And then we're going to wrap it up here. We're going to take a quick look at the National League for the first time. So the newly relegated sides were Hartlepool and Rochdale, and they both currently sit in 4th and 10th place. Rochdale, that's certainly not a good start to be in the middle of the table. Hartlepool, they're a team that's normally is in the National League 90% of the time. Occasionally they get promoted, and normally they promptly go right back down. One that's certainly worth talking about is Oldham, who is Shores, fucking Manchester Skulls. I'm sorry, Skulls. I said Shores, but Skulls. His boyhood club, and he actually ran the club for a little while. They were perennially a League 2 side. They've now been down in the National League for a couple of seasons. They currently sit in 17th place. Not good. And then one of the darlings of the FA Cup, Borehamwood, the Wood, as everybody knows them. They've made it into the 3rd and 4th round multiple times over the last couple of years, are off to a terrible start, and they happen to sit in 18th place right now. So currently, obviously, Simon's already left for the day, but North London side Barnet are in 1st, and Chesterfield is in 2nd. Barnet, what's interesting to talk about them, the reason why I say know that they're a North London club, that is a club that Arsenal goes to every preseason because it's just one of the local smaller clubs, and Arsenal's like, yeah, we're going to give you a preseason sellout. Like, here we go. We'll come and help you out. And they've been in League 2 a few times as well, but normally kind of floating around the National League. And that's really going to be it. Short and sweet tonight. Boys, any parting words? I mean, obviously, Jay, you mentioned talking about getting a colonoscopy. Keep up with it. Make sure everybody does the things they need to do. If you've listened to Injury Time, I went into great detail about how having 3 stents put into an artery that was 100% blocked fucking felt like, and it is not fun at all. And I have the second procedure for that coming this Friday as well. Alan, anything else to add tonight?
I'm not sure if I can beat colonoscopy promotion. So I'll leave it at that, knowing that I've got a couple more years until that's coming my way.
All right, perfect. And it's great to see that we're getting more people checking out the show. Please reach out. Let us know if you want us to talk about one of your particular favorite clubs. And until next week, everybody.
Bye.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston.
Arsenal fans have another Sam. Right day, the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of my lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Brooklyn United! Brooklyn United! Hit the fucking mute button!
Small clubs like Leeds.